Hi, boys and girls. It's Mrs. Royer. This is a video so you can see and hear me, but I can't see and hear you. Today, I'd like to read the story, House, Sweet House. What do you think this book will be about? Pause the video and talk about that with your teacher. I'll wait. All right, welcome back. So we're going to read House, Sweet House by Judith Bauer Stamper. Judith Bauer Stamper writes a lot of the books that we read here in class. And you know, there's no illustrator to this book because they're using photographs. Remember, illustrators make the pictures, authors write the words. So this one has photographs, so there is no illustrator. Families live in all kinds of houses. There are big houses, little houses, plain houses, and houses in all colors of the rainbow. No matter what it looks like, a family's house is their home. What do you think of this house? Do you see any shapes? Let's see, what's the shape? Good. Good. It's a square or a rectangle. Some houses are built for just one family. Other buildings contain homes for many people. In the city, many families live in one tall apartment building. And in a small town, families often live in houses with their neighbors close by. In the country, a family living in a farmhouse might be the only family for miles around. Oh, look at that. The grass is disappearing. Let me get, there you go. Now you can see it. So that is a farmhouse out in the country. Houses come in all different shapes. Some are square, some are round, and some shapes are a surprise. An A-frame house has a long sloped roof that goes all the way down to the ground. A-frames are often built in snowy areas because snow slides right off. So what shape do you see here? Look. That's right, a triangle. And on the side here, we have a rectangle. In one part of China, people live in tulus. A tulu is an O-shaped building with apartments circling the center. So what shape do you see here? A circle or an oval, depending on how you were looking at it. If we looked at it straight from the top, it would be a circle. But this picture is on an angle, so it looks squashed like an oval. Some houses on the edge of the desert are shaped like beehives with people living inside. Why don't you pause the video and talk about why do you think people would live in houses that are triangles, circles, or beehive shaped? I'll wait. Some people build houses out of whatever they find close at hand. In rocky places, people gather up stones, stack them on top of each other, and make sturdy houses that last a long time. Now, we read a story recently where characters were making houses out of different materials. Which of those characters do you think would have built the house out of stones? Pause the video and I'll wait. In dry places, people mix together mud and straw, shape it into walls, and build houses from earth. On tropical islands, people turn palm trees into cool leafy houses that let the breeze blow through. This reminds me of the Three Little Pigs. So we've got a house of stone, a house of straw, but this is straw and dirt, so it's stronger than just straw, and a house of bamboo, which is a kind of wood. Oh, I'm sorry, palm trees. It doesn't say bamboo, it says palm trees. I don't know what I'm thinking. People build houses almost anywhere, near the water, under the ground, and up in treetops. People along the river build their houses on stilts to keep their family high and dry. So these are the stilts. So it's keeping the house up above the water so they don't get a wet floor. Some people live underground in houses that are hidden from sight. Other people build houses high up in the treetops to stay safe from wild animals. So here's the treetop house, and here's an underground house. Most houses stay in one place, but some houses can travel along wherever a family goes. Sheep herders in Mongolia live in houses called yurts, white tents that can be taken down, folded up, and carried to a new place. So this is the yurt. It's kind of like a tent that you go camping with. Have you ever gone camping? Pause the video and talk about it. People who live on houseboats can anchor their home at a dock or travel up and down a river. There are even houses on wheels. Families can drive their mobile homes anywhere and have their houses with them when they stop. So there's a house on wheels called a mobile home. And here's a house that floats on water called a houseboat. Long ago in America, houses looked very different from the kinds of houses we live in today. Native Americans built houses that fit their way of life. Those who traveled the Great Plains lived in teepees that they could move with them when they hunted buffalo. Some Native Americans built dome-shaped dwellings out of thatched grass. And settlers who came to America built long cabins in the woods. They cut down the trees, notched the ends of the logs, and stacked them up to make warm wooden houses. Some houses are famous all over the world because important people live there. The White House in Washington, D.C. is the home of the President of the United States and the First Family. Hey, we just had a change of presidents. Does anybody know what the new president's name is? His name is Joe Biden. Joe Biden Jr., actually. Buckingham Palace is the London home of the King or Queen of England. Visitors come to watch the changing of the guards. And the Forbidden City stands in Beijing, China, and is now a museum. Long ago, it was the imperial palace of Chinese emperors. So this is Buckingham Palace, and this is the Forbidden City. Houses give people protection, comfort, and warmth. And a tent in the Sahara Desert has sides that roll up to catch a breeze or to roll down when there's a sandstorm. In the freezing weather of the Arctic, an igloo made of snow can become a temporary home for hunters and travelers. A house with a burning fireplace can make a family feel warm and comfortable. Igloo is kind of like a snowboard, isn't it? Houses are places to eat, sleep, work, and play. Kitchens are busy places in homes all over the world. Families make everything from burritos and biryanis to barbecue. Now I'm wondering, what is biryanis? Biryanis. I'm going to have to look that up because that's one I've never heard of before. Everyone has a chore to do around the house. It might be sweeping the steps, feeding the chickens, or doing the dishes. At night, a house is where you snuggle up, fall asleep, and have sweet dreams. There are lots of kinds of houses, and there are lots of kinds of families. Families are what make a house a home. Where do you live? What is special about your house? Okay, I'm going to say goodbye now, but I'd like you to answer that question with your teacher. Where do you live? What is special about your house? Bye-bye.